Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fantasy Premier League Game Week 27 deadline stream. It's an early one today from me because I'm not going to be available later, closer to the deadline, which is when we usually stream. So, because of that, I have decided to do a stream now so that you guys can ask any questions. If you're live, you can ask me any questions that you may have ahead of the deadline. I will try my best to be active either on Twitter or on the Discord server. And if you want to join the Discord server, actually, let me send you the link for the Football Chatbox Discord server to join. It will be in the description as well, which you can use to join. But yeah, welcome. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments as well. I think should be right about. I'll put it in the chat as well for anyone who wants to join the Discord server. It's there. That's the Discord server link. Feel free to. It will be in the description as well, which I'm updating actually right now. Expires on the 9th. Alright, so now this is basically from Game Week 26 what my team looked like. Going into Game Week 27 right now, at least, my team at the moment looks like this. I haven't made any transfers yet. Areola will be in goal ahead of the Everton game. I do believe slightly more in him compared to Dubravka. Dubravka might play this one, but for the moment is Areola. Region, Gabriel, Branthwaite. Unfortunately, Pedro Porro is injured. I would like to go for Senesi, but with the potential chance that he could get a yellow card, I do not want to kind of risk it, if you know what I mean. So because of that, we haven't gone for Senesi. And obviously, in the rest of the backline, Gabriel and Branthwaite. Slim pickings, to be honest, for defense. I could start Doherty, but to be honest, do we expect Doherty to actually even keep a clean sheet? Most likely not. John, how are you doing? Welcome, bro. How are you doing? And then we've got a midfield of double City, double Arsenal. KDB and Foden against United. And then we've got Saka and Odegaard against Sheffield United. So that's my midfield with the front line of Haaland captaincy, Watkins, and Darwin Núñez. Now, Klopp did come out and say that Darwin Núñez did train, so we kind of will wait and see whether I get some news on Darwin Núñez or not. 513, welcome. How are you doing? Disastrous transfer to Hee-Chan. Yeah, well, it's a bit unfortunate with Huang Hee-Chan, right? What happened? So can't do much about it. That is FPL, I guess. FPL planner, Tien, welcome, Tien. How are you doing as well? I could have started Anderson instead of Hee-Chan. Yeah, Crystal Palace kept a clean sheet, right? Oh, wait, Anderson. Did Anderson score last week? He did, didn't he? No, he didn't. Okay. Thought he did. Yeah, 6 points. Oh, you missed 3 points. It's not too big of a this thing, but yeah, unfortunately, the transfer didn't work out. One Korean for another this week. Hee-Chan to Heung-min Son. Maybe. For those, I've seen Hee-Chan to Heung-min Son is a very popular move this week from a lot of people. So yeah, this is the current team. If we get a leak that Darwin Núñez is starting, it'll stay the same. If we get a leak that Darwin Núñez isn't starting, I do not know what to do. Honestly, I have no idea what to do. Manon, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. If Darwin Núñez isn't starting, I don't know if I want to sell him. If I wanted to sell him, I would ideally like to go to Solanke, but with Solanke's uncertainty over his injury, I don't want to risk it now itself. I'll probably wait and see in 28. So maybe Darwin comes off the bench as well. Probably could get something. And if Darwin doesn't play at all, then I guess it's Garnacho off the bench. I have Richarlison as well, also injured. Ooh, that is not good. How's the squad looking like 5-1-3? I can actually bring it up. Let me know if you want me to bring it up. Gut feeling he will be benched. Who? Darwin Núñez? I hope not, to be honest. I ideally would like him to start, but you could be right. To be honest, you could be right. The thing is, do I play Darwin Núñez with potentially 30 minutes against Forest? If he does get 30 minutes, that is. Or like second half, like you say, right? Or do I play a full 90-minute Garnacho? What do you guys think? Shubharan, how are you doing? No notification from YouTube, but Discord saves me. Yes, feel free to join the Discord for anyone who wants to. No notification from YouTube. That's strange. I wonder why. Sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes it pushes some notifications, sometimes it doesn't. I have no idea why. All right, let's get 513 up. So yeah, I'm not really sure. 58 points though, Leo. Not too bad, to be fair. Really good. That's a green arrow, isn't it? Anderson 6-pointer, sadly. Probably over Van Heck even. Could have started him. Yeah. So what's the play this week? 513. What is the play? And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had to decide. We'll see. Now I won't be live during the closer to the deadline. I'll be out. So if we get leaks from Liverpool, then I will see whether Darwin is starting or not. If he's not, do I risk starting him or do I start Garnacho? Not really sure, to be honest. 8 players injured for me. We go again next season. 8 players? What do you mean 8 players injured for you? Oh, for Manon. Oh, what? 8 players injured? What's your squad looking like right now, Manon? KDB out for Sun is tempting, but blank game week was an absolute horror show. Oof. KDB out for Sun can be tempting, yes, I'm well aware, but I'm just going to keep him for this game week because United are just so bad right now that KDB could do the same amount of damage as Heung-min Son. Either Richarlison or He-Chan out, I think. How much money do you have? Do you have money to go to Heung-min Son? You do, right? 3.4. But you don't have money to go from He-Chan to Heung-min Son. You definitely need a midfielder. Richarlison out for 2 to 3. What's your plan for game week 29 513? Are you free hitting or you're most likely free hitting, right? Because you have 1, 2. You only you're definitely free hitting, right? So you don't have to worry anyways if you sell these players or not. I thought I had taken a massive disappointment hits. Good luck, bro. So maybe Richarlison you could do Richarlison to Heung-min Son is one. He-Chan, you could do He-Chan to who has 2 good game weeks this week. Here is another punt potentially. I didn't think of it, but I have used both wildcard. Oh, you've used both wildcards as well. Oh, game week 25 wildcard. Well, you are in no state to non-free hit in 29 because your squad is like you have Watkins, you have Watkins, and that's basically it. Who is playing in game week 29, right? So you kind of have to free hit. So let's try and actually build a squad for longer term. Now, for you, Anderson could start this week. Palace are playing Spurs. How do we do this? You could do Richarlison to Heung-min Son, which is not too bad. I think you should probably look at Richarlison out first to Heung-min Son. That'll give you like Heung-min Son for even after game week 30. Almost every player I bought in this season got injured. Oh, wow. Maybe cover highest possible attacking radar, split hits with double game weeks, or to cover game week 29 blankers. No, like I think this will most likely have to be a free hit, and game week 34 you kind of have to navigate with transfers because you have only one player right now for game week. Even if you were to try and fit a team in game week 29, you'll be taking lots of hits, which is probably not worth it. So let's try and actually maximize what we can between now and game week 30, 31 and try and avoid the game week 29 blank and not think about it. I think your other option, yeah, Richarlison, Heung-min Son to try and get that. And then we kind of wait. You can start him. You could also risk starting Darwin Nunes like myself or Garnacho and see. you want to do. Any recommendations for Region out? Ooh, Region out. Ideally, what's your chip strategy, Shubharan? What's the chip strategy? Depends completely on the chip strategy. I personally, as well, I wanted to get Senesi in. How much is Region right now? 4.4, right? I wanted to get Senesi in. Got it. Cheers, right? No worries, 513. I wanted to get Senesi in, but the 8 yellow cards is a bit of a pain. Because if he gets a yellow card this week, then it's a problem, right, for the double. It's a very big risk to take for the double. If he doesn't get a yellow card this week, then I don't mind it. That's the one thing that I'm kind of uncertain on. He will be the ideal replacement if you're free hitting in 29. Start Anderson or Garnacho? Garnacho. Probably start the attacker, right? Because Anderson will most likely concede against Spurs. So you're hoping for a headed goal from Anderson? Garnacho also is very unlikely to get something, but at least he will be. He has a higher chance of getting something, I would say. Will be the way I go. Will you be using a chip around game week 29, John? Oh yeah, John. What's your plan? Apart from Tennessee, for defenders at 4.5 and under, depends on what your chip strategy is. Shubharan, what are you planning to do? Can you see my team and let me know if it worth hits or chip? I'm trying not to use a chip now. Team number 124. Alright, let's have a look. This is John's team. Alright, so you have 1, 2, 3 in Doty. That's it, right? Am I missing anyone else? Brentford, Ollie Fleckan, no Burnley, 1 Luton, no Spurs players or Fulham, and 1 Villa. Only 3 players, right? Wait, John, you took a minus 16. How heavy was that minus 16 you took? Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I would probably free hit, to be honest, John. I know you want to not use it, but between now and game week 29, like you increase that to 5, maybe 2 hits, you increase it to 7. Sorry, 3, you increase with another 3 transfers to 6, maybe 3 hits as well. 9 players. You could get it to 9 players. But you'll be taking a minus 12 to get it to 9 players. What do you think? Are you up for taking a minus 12 to get it to 9? Would you get it to 9? You'll have Watkins. Blanke will become Tony probably. You replace all 3 in midfield here, including Gordon. So you replace 4 midfielders, 5, 6. You probably replace 6. So you'll have to take a minus 12 and get 9 players, John, on game week 29 if you're willing to take a minus 12. If you don't want to play the chip. Thoughts on my wildcard into bench boost strategy. Q, welcome. How are you doing, Q? Wildcard into bench boost. I think so. Q, is the team you posted on the chat? Is that the actual wildcard that you had? Or what's the plan? What is the wildcard bench boost? You mean like wildcard this week and bench boost next week? It's not bad, but it's not also maximizing the gains. Like your gains are not as maximized as what 34 or 37 would be like. But then again, come 37, who's to say that the players that we all want to get are going to play in that double? That's just another story. If I do that, I might go with lesser players than 9. The minus 12. So if you do the minus 12, John, right? Where is your team? If you do the minus 12, Sri Lanka will have to. Okay, your entire midfield except for Saka will be sold. So you'll spend you have 3 free transfers and a 4th transfer on Gordon to sell and get a midfield of 4 out. So that's a minus 4 there. You will have Doherty and Flecken as your backline. I don't know if it's worth actually bringing anyone else in your backline. So you just play with 2 defenders and that's it. That's fine. So you play a 1-4, and now the question is up to you in terms of Solanke and Haaland. So Solanke will most likely leave for Tony. That's your minus 8, right? And then it's up to you whether you want to sell Haaland or not. And it depends on how much team value you have stored on Haaland as well and whether you can afford that or not. So you'll have 4 in midfield, 2 in attack, 6. You'll have 2 defenders, 7, 8. And the question is up to you whether you want to get the 3rd attacker or not. So you'll look at between 8 to 9 players. And I think you probably have more value stored on Saka, so don't sell Saka. It's whether you sell Haaland and get Haaland back is the question. Unless you have more value stored on Haaland and less on Saka, then maybe you could look to sell Saka. So it's up to you in terms of that. Or you can kind of not use the free hit. And sorry, you could use the free hit and not have to take that minus 12. Should I get Palmer for Rodrigo or Madison? What do you mean Palmer for Rodrigo? Oh, you should get Palmer or Madison. I'll probably go Madison most likely. Oh, actually, Newcastle. I actually don't mind Palmer, to be fair. Penalty taker as well. Kaminski, Neto, Sufal, Gabriel, Robinson, Doughty, Van Heck, Saka, Tavernier. Oh, you gone for Tavernier on there. Bowen, Lewis, Sun, Haaland, Muniz, Watkins. I have 9 out of 10 for week 29. Yeah, wildcard this week and bench boost next week. It could work out. The only thing is, it's very determined on whether Tavernier, Kaminski, Van Heck, I think probably Doty. The other ones who will determine whether like that bench boost is successful or not. Like I was looking at Bournemouth midfield as well for this week, like replacing Garnacho, but Bournemouth midfield haven't been pulling up threes at any sort. So I wasn't sure whether to get Bournemouth midfield or hasn't been great. Thoughts on the United City game? I am absolutely shit scared for that game. It could be anywhere between a cricket score to smash and grab. Very unlikely to be a smash and grab for United. Most likely a cricket score. Let's assume I take a free hit on 29 this week. Should I get Palmer for Rodrigo or Madison? Palmer against Brentford and Newcastle, both who are defensively poor. Whereas Spurs have Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. I think Palmer right now might be the slightly better option. John. Is Hechan to Palmer worth a -4? Would play Garnacho instead. So it's Garnacho plus 4 points as target to beat for Palmer. I'm wondering whether I would just risk that Garnacho plus 4 points and see what happens. Gone on the fifth midfielder spot, Kudus versus Bay versus Madison versus Tavernier. I probably lean more towards Kudus, Bay, or Madison, to be honest, over Tavernier. But then Tavernier, if you're playing that bench boost, then you kind of want that extra spot. The thing is, game week 28 Q, West Ham play Burnley. So Kudus has the advantage on that specific week. Chelsea have a good lineup of home fixtures. Yes, they do. So if like people who played their second wildcard already, trying to get in Palmer this week is not a bad option. I'm looking at Foden or Palmer as the highly owned. That's all. So go for Palmer over Foden. Even though Foden did score a hat trick against United in the last game, but the thing is, you probably because Foden has Liverpool as well next week, so it's a bit more a harder game for Foden than Palmer at the moment. Both are great options in it. Yeah, if they all rank on gap, will be destructive. Well, if you're looking from, here's the thing, right? The question is, what's your aim? Are you trying to gain rank? If you're trying to gain rank as well, going for the most highly owned player is also not going to help you gain rank as much, even though there is a huge double-edged sword of it going backwards if they do haul. Maybe if you think Foden's a better option, then go for it. He will get minutes. SJ, welcome. How are you doing, bro? SJ, welcome. Ronk as well, welcome. Get a Liverpool attacker in Luis Diaz. That could also be an option. There is a possibility of also going and getting Salah if he's fit next week. Can you review my team? 7th in the league. You're 7th in the league. Damn. Well done. Most United fans I've spoken to seem really down on their prospects against City. I mean, given the recent history between the two clubs and the matchups, I don't see anyone who will be too motivated, to be honest. I think most United fans are also captaining Haaland this week. But I feel it's actually not going to be that bad. Definitely not a 6-3 again. You say that, but I feel like this year's team is more bad, like more worse than last year's team that got hammered for 6. At least I feel like it's worse of how transitional they're playing. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. Not sure. I feel a bit down though, to be honest. Made an early move. Archer to Solanke. Unfortunate. And now should I do Richarlison to Son for a hit and bench Solanke? You could do Richarlison to Son. Yeah, you probably do Richarlison to Son. I don't mind it. Wrong. I don't mind it at all, to be honest. Because it seems like you might do that move anyways, right? There is a very low chance of Solanke playing this week. But we don't know at the moment. Son or Bowen will move to Salah in week 30 and Muniz will move to Hoyland if he's fit by 30. Fair enough. 5.9 in the bank. Okay, so you have the plan to go to Salah then. So are you set on the game week 28 bench boost plan? But Ten Hag just doesn't know how to defend against City. You see, Wolves could do a job, but we were just leaking goals. Yeah, that's true. The Liverpool game comes to mind when United managed to keep it tight. Every time we played Liverpool or City, we just got destroyed. I think it could be anywhere from a 1-1 to a 6-1 to City. Yep. That's why I said it could be a cricket score or smash and grab. Same with Arsenal Spurs. Yeah. Top replacements for Hank. 3.3 to bench him for Palmer or Solanke. Oh yes, now that you guys were asking me this, I wanted to check FPL review to see what were the expected points. But top replacements depends on budget. I think Heung-min Son definitely has to be up there. Palmer is not a bad option. To be honest, I still don't mind Odegaard as well as a choice. Leon Bay from Aston Villa if you are trying to avoid the free hit in 29. Madison, I would have loved to have seen a bit more from Madison before I actually went and bought him back with like the whole Spurs squad like back at it and everything. Luis Diaz is not a bad shout, but I feel like I would ideally like to have a Salah there, but he's not a problem. The shame Pascal Gross's good fixtures end 28. And it's a shame that Bournemouth's midfield is as good. Bowen is still a pretty decent option, to be fair. Although this game against Everton might be slightly harder. Uh, yeah, there aren't that many other options otherwise. Do we know whether Eze and Olise are back or not yet? Because they could also be options soon. Otherwise, you go for Aston Villa in Leon Bailey or Douglas Lewis. Yeah, I would like to have the later fixture rewarded for Saka. Fair enough. Maybe City carves them open. Maybe. Captain Saka? You could captain Saka if you wanted to. I still think Haaland is probably the best option, but I think it's not too far between him and Saka this week. So if you wanted a differential, Captain Saka isn't the bad choice. And you can see rest defense has been poor. Casemiro Minor are doing great defense. Yep. I'll definitely get Son, but the plan was to get him for Foden next week. Oh. Well, what are you going to do with Richarlison? Apparently, Richarlison is still like out for 2 to 3. So what's the plan for Richarlison anyways? 30th March is gameweek 30 against Luton. Definitely an option. Game could be like City vs Luton. Yep. Would you like to have the later? Who would you pick to start, Walker or Rashford for this game week? Walker makes the most sense, ideally. But at this point, if you have Rashford, given that he's now come out and done this interview and all of this, he better step up now after doing all this interview. So I don't mind punting it on Rashford if you wanted to. But Walker probably makes the most sense. Is everyone going to free hit in 29? No, I think it's completely squad dependent. Now, if you were to look at Ronk's team here, this doesn't necessarily need to free hit in 29. So it's very completely like squad dependent. Is every time I have depended on the Monday night fixture to save my game week, it never happened though. Maybe you had better luck with Bowen last week. Oh, look at that 20-point Bowen. I can go anywhere with Arsenal with Porter soon. That's true. I think I am. I planned for 6 weeks to bench boost in the double, and 2 of my players got rotated. How about Bowen? Worth a shout for Hang? Yeah, Bowen is not a bad choice as well, to be honest. Has Burnley next week as well, which is a very good fixture. This week it might be slightly harder, but next week is pretty good, to be honest. Can do KDB to Sun the following United game? Yep, you could. I'm torn on Watkins versus Haaland. Watkins this week is not a bad choice. Just an away fixture. So I'm slightly a bit more less optimistic because it's away fixture. If it was at home, I would have been a bit more forward about it. Eze is back. So Crystal Palace. Eze could be another option as well for anyone who's looking for like a punt. Not bad fixtures, to be fair. Although 32 after, it's a bit of a problem. So you better be wildcard in like 31 or something. Would you bench Solanke this week? Depends on who your bench is. If your bench, like in this case, he sold Archer to Solanke, and now if he was to do Richarlison to Heung-min Son, then you kind of have to bench Solanke this week because the rest of the team in the attack is pretty good. But if you're bench like me, right? Let's say, for example, I sold Solanke this week for Darwin to Solanke, And if I had Garnacho, I would probably actually risk starting Solanke. That makes sense. So it depends on what your bench is. I'm planning to roll this week. Maybe I'll bring Sano Odegaard for Hang. That's also not a bad option. Who do you bench him for? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Although it seems like Solanke will train today. Is it sure? Is it certain? I don't even know, to be honest. Deadline after 8 hours. What are we doing? Yusuf, welcome. Well, the thing is, I am not going to be available near the deadline. So because of that, we're streaming now. Because I'm not going to be available later near the deadline. So I'm streaming now. Bowen or San probably. Yeah, then I would probably bench him, to be honest, because those two players are not too bad as well. Not for a hit, I'll get Bowen and bench Sri Lanka. Yeah, that's the thing. Even Odegaard is a good option. Yeah, even Odegaard this week is not a bad option, to be fair. That's one of the reasons I got him last week. Was for Newcastle. Unfortunately, got unlucky there. But at least Sheffield United this week hopefully should be good. Sri Lanka fit or not? At the moment, don't know. The quotes from the press conference weren't really convincing as well, to be fair. If I was to bring it up, let me actually bring it up for you guys so you guys can see as well. And it's football scout. Is Douglas Luiz on pens? Yes, he is on penalties for Aston Villa. Yes, that is correct. Why deadline stream so early today? Because I'm not going to be available. I'm going to be out at a friend's place. So I'm not going to be available because of that. Is a team review possible? Yes, it is possible. All right, so these were the quotes for Bournemouth. Yet to train this week, but we'll make a late call on the star striker before the clash with Burnley. So I don't know if he's training today, then there's a chance. Very hard to tell about Solanke, to be honest. All right, let's bring Shubharan's team up. Where? Here we are. All right, Shubharan, 50 points. What do we have? KDB. What's the plan, Shubharan? Again, you were asking about Taylor, but Solanke, right? So I'm guessing you're starting Palmer over Heach. And Heachan, whether you sell him and bring in a Son or a Bowen. Is that the plan? FPL Harry said that he has heard that Solanke trained okay later in the day and is planned to be in tomorrow's training. And if all goes well, he will start. But it could flare up. That's the thing, right? That's the risk that I don't want to take in terms of transferring him in. But that would depend on if I get news on whether Darwin Nunes is starting or not. Because if I get news, like if we get leaks that Darwin Nunes is starting, then I wouldn't bring Solanke in. But if I get news that Darwin Nunes is not even in the squad, then I don't know. Maybe I might be tempted to bring Solanke in. Otherwise, I have to start Garnacho. Let's review my team too. Okay, let's have a look and see. Although, ideally, it would probably make sense for me not to bring in Solanke at the moment, given the injury situation. Don't want to risk it with transfers being very precious. Shall I sell Botman for a hit? This is your team. Oof. Who are you selling to, Simon? Who are you selling to? The injuries have really hurt you. Already did Darwin to Solanke. Oh my god. You did Darwin to Solanke as well. Rip. Ivan says 74 in the league. One free transfer. Think about Richarlison to Saka. Oh, son. Wait, you still don't have Saka? Then you have to go and get Saka. It's not even a question. It's not Saka or Son. It's Richarlison to Saka. That's basically it. Especially against Sheffield United. You definitely need to go and get Saka. And then for Simon, who are you planning? Do you know if Robertson starts? So the quotes from Klopp did kind of say they had a training session. So We're not sure if Robertson will start. That's just another thing we might have to wait and see for leaks whether he starts or not. If you have him, like what Simon has here in this team, I might actually start him and see whether we get leaks about whether he starts or not. Making a transfer, but I'd start Solanke if someone has him. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Wang to Bowen, bench Solanke. Wang to Bowen and bench Solanke versus Roll versus KDB to Sun. I probably wouldn't do KDB to Sun this week. 0.6 of Hank to Sun, unfortunately. So it's either roll or get Bowen this week. And if, let's say, Solanke doesn't start and you roll, you're getting Taylor off the bench this week. You could roll if you wanted to. Shubharan. Obviously, it'll mean that Taylor most likely ends up being the one coming off. But then Heechan is out, right? So you might as well use that transfer on Heechan, I guess. But then you could also roll. If you're willing to take on Taylor, there is a chance that if Solanke doesn't play for Bournemouth and Charlie Taylor starts, will Burnley actually keep a clean sheet? Have Burnley even kept a clean sheet? That's another question. No, I don't think they've kept a clean sheet this season, have they? Oh, they have kept a clean sheet against Sheffield United. So it's not against them. Oh, they've done one against Fulham as well. Okay, so it is possible for Burnley to keep a clean sheet. So you could, if you wanted to risk it, maybe roll. Start Kelleher or Dubravka? I would start Kelleher. Start Botman or Robertson? Robertson. Nah, I'll get Sun over Saka now, especially if you're trying to avoid free hit. Yeah, if you're trying to avoid free hit 29, then it's definitely Sun over Saka. Oh, I might even take a -4 to get both. But Ivaner, where's Ivaner again? Are you trying to avoid free hit 29? I don't think this squad is looking to avoid free hit 29, to be honest. I think this squad is most likely free hit 29. Ivaner, what's the plan? Let me know. And then who else did I have open? This is wrong. Wrong, your team is fine, right? I can close it. And this is 513. That's my transfer. I will close that. Also, for people who are looking at Palmer this week. And Q, is Q still here? Q, have you so is your team set or Palmer? This is this week's mids. Yeah, the squad looks like it needs a free hit 29. We'll get Saka then. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I think I'll need a free hit. Yep, that's the thing. So then I would probably look to get Saka this week and probably start Kelleher over Dubravka. Well, I already bought in Saka. Not having. Oh well, it is what it is. Trying to Bowen to bench him isn't worth it, but I have no trust in Taylor. Then just go get Bowen. I'm gonna captain. I'm gonna go mad if he doesn't have a haul. Who, Saka? Well, best of luck. Best of luck. Okay. Captain Haaland, bro, his EO gonna be insane this week. Yeah, Haaland is going to be 190 EO. Anyone who, I think before that 5-0, 5 goals he scored, there would have been a few more people towards Saka captaincy. But this week it's just going to be like, yeah. Okay, what else am I missing? Venkat, welcome. How are you doing? Start Palmer or Lewis? I would probably start Palmer. Douglas Lewis, for some reason, has a very bad away point scoring record than he does at home. Where is Douglas Lewis? At home, he's a monster. 15 point at home, 10 point at home, 10 point at home, 8 point at home, 7. This is 7 away. 15 at home again, 7 at home again, 8 at home again, 10 at home again, 7 at home again. So he tends to score a lot at home, and away he's just like 5, 3, 2, 0. He didn't play that one. 2. He doesn't have many points away for some reason. So maybe he plays a bit more deeper away. So I'll start Palmer. Sheffield is trash and Arsenal have been scoring crazy. Yeah, that's true. You make incredible gains. Yes. I'm starting Rashford after that interview. He better score after that interview. What do you think about gameweek 29? Worth not free hitting for my team if I get Bowen. If you get Bowen. So if you get Bowen for He-Chan, you will have Bowen, Watkins, Region, Areola. You'll have Taylor as well. Yes, you'll have Taylor as well. So your defense is kind of... you could, but you'll also have to take hits, probably. How many hits would you have to take? You have 5, right, with Bowen? You'll have to get Heung-min Son, which will be 6. You'll probably get Tony as well, eventually, which will probably be 7. If you take a hit, if you take even a -8, you could probably get a 9 players. It's not too bad. You could potentially avoid free hitting. So as long as you don't get any other injuries, you could potentially free hit. And you have Bell as well. If he's fit by 29, you should be fine. You could potentially like this thing. Not free hit. Morning, welcome, Mans. How are you doing? Starting Pau Torres or Senesi? You got to start Senesi against Burnley, right? Surely, Senesi. Because Pau Torres is playing Luton away. Probably will start Senesi, to be honest. Always Luis sits back more. Yeah, the away Luis. Yeah, that's the thing. So away games, Luis isn't as great. I'm willing to take the risk because I did so bad in double game week that I need a differential. Fair enough, but don't risk it just for the sake of risking it. Make it a calculated risk, which is not too bad this week. You could actually take it. KDB to Saka for a -4. Ooh. Who else do you have in your midfield, Venkat? Who else is in your midfield? What will be your starting 11 if you have my team? Have a look. If I had your team, my starting 11 would be Gabriel, Sariola, Gabriel, Konate. Do we know whether Konate will play? Do we know if Konate will play? So Ariola, Gabriel, Konate, if he's going to play. Probably Emerson or Walker. Probably Walker. Walker makes the most sense eventually. But you have Rashford also start. So let's say Gabriel, Walker, and Konate for the moment. Then Rashford, Saka, Pascal Gross, Palmer, Haaland, Watkins, and Darwin. I would probably start Darwin as well. Have you moved Darwin out, SJ? One free transfer remaining. Who are you looking to get? Gonna have to start Estupinan. Hopefully he starts, which is probably unlikely. I don't even know, man, with Estupinan anymore. It's so hard to understand what's happening with Brighton. But it's Fulham as well. I won't be surprised if Fulham score this week. Dubravka, Saliba, Branthwaite, Region, Son, Foden, Palmer, KDB, Haaland, Tony, and Watkins. So you have Son, Foden, Palmer, KDB. Uh, yeah, then I don't mind actually selling KDB to Saka, Venkat. I don't mind doing that. So SJ, you have your midfield for Hichan on the bench. Konate over Estupinan has to be right. Dubravka, Walker, Gab, Konate, Sun, Saka, Gross, Palmer, Haaland, Watkins, Darwin. Ah, you went and got Huming Sun. Okay. Oh, then I wouldn't start Rashford. Between Rashford and Darwin then. Oh no, wait, this is oh no, he hasn't got Huming Sun just yet, right? We don't know. If he got Huming Sun, then Rashford doesn't start. Between Dubravka and Areola, to be honest, I don't mind starting Areola this week. But Everton aren't the most prolific in front of goal, if I was to say. Nunes still on my team. Same. Nunes is still in my team as well, and I'm starting him at the moment, unless something changes. But yeah. So what's your plan with Hee-Chan? Are you going to roll the transfer or get Sun in SJ? Yeah, you could. Can you get Sun in? How much money do you have? 4.9. 4.9. Yeah, you can get Sun in for Hee-Chan. But then you don't start Rashford. With Richarlison out, he's going to play as number 9. That's true. That is true. Yeah. Who else will play there? Kulusevski will play on the right. Brennan Johnson on the left. Brennan Johnson on the left. Huming Sun up front. Or even Werner on the left. Maybe Brennan Johnson on the left. Madison at number 9? No, Madison won't play number 9. Madison will be in midfield. What's your plan for blank Game Week 29? At the moment, I am going to be free hitting for blank Game Week 29. If, however, Solanke doesn't make it for Game Week 28, Solanke doesn't make it for Game Week 28, which is unlikely, then I could even do a -8 and not free hit in 29. But at the moment, I'm free hitting for 29. Thoughts on Odegaard against Sheffield United? Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I think if I was to bring in, let me bring this up. I usually tend to use this as well for making decisions. Francis considered thread from Fantasypedia. Kind of helps you guys to like understand who does what. So Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Trossard also not too bad. Havertz, I should say Havertz is also not a bad option for anyone thinking about it. I did ask our resident Arsenal fan on the panel, and what did he mention? Let me actually read it. Let me try and get it for you guys. What did he? Trossard is an interesting option. If Jorginho plays, then Kai plays as striker. If Trossard plays, Kai also plays. So Kai probably is a bit more of a better option than Trossard. But Odegaard also not a bad shot, to be fair. Son is the better option this week regardless. Yeah, most likely. Odegaard is a funny one. Every time I thought he could kick on and do well, he blanked. Odegaard is a fun. That's the only problem. Son is expensive. I need to bring Salah at some point. Okay, then you won't be able to get. Earned me twice this season. Oof. Yeah, I think with Odegaard there comes a slight risk, but then that's the case with all non-talismanic players from their team. The other option, if you're trying to save money, Havertz is also not too bad. He should play striker as well, right, for Arsenal. SJ, what do you think? Odegaard is the creative engine of the team, man. He won't always be on the one getting points, but he's a pre-assister in many cases. That I feel you. I sold him before double game week and brought him back. Time I sold was the both time he called. Ah, damn. Well, this is the game that Odegaard gets the points. You know, this is the one he does. I'm telling you. I'm just hoping. Fingers crossed. Is there any giveaway if I win the mini league? So far, I haven't actually had a giveaway. I was thinking of like we were going to do giveaways. The thing is, right now the channel makes no money whatsoever. But I do have a track of people who have won the mini leagues previously. For the moment, there is no giveaway, but I could keep. If we do get to 1,000 subscribers and we start making, I could message you guys back later, and at least give something to the winners later. But for the moment, there is nothing. But I do have track of who's won the mini league because it's on the YouTube channel. It's on video of who's won the mini leagues before, so we know the winners at least. At the moment, to be honest, we don't have one. I think once we start earning some YouTube ad revenue, then we might actually look into having giveaways. He randomly hauls is very tough predicting his points. That's the thing. That's why he's a differential player. You get him in because he's your differential pick. He's not guaranteed now. I could go for Huming Sun as well, but I kind of want to hope and see whether he can get you the points. Sheffield United is a fixture that he should generally do well. Especially given the fact that Sheffield United concede the most amount of chances from the side that he's playing. Alright, give me a minute. I'll go fill some water. Alright. Any other questions? Because I'll be leaving in a little while. So do ask me any other questions. And also, if I do manage to get back from my place, or if I do manage to find time before the deadline, if I'm available, I will quickly bring up a short stream before the deadline if I'm available, right? I can't guarantee it, but if I'm available before the deadline, we'll bring up a quick short stream and do one if we can, but can't guarantee it. Very unlikely that I will be available. Sun at 9, a different prospect though. You know he'll get good goal scoring chances. That is very. But I'm not going to do that move now itself. Mainly because it kind of makes no sense for me to sell Odegaard. But SJ's case is slightly different because he hasn't bought Odegaard yet. Last minute questions on Discord. We can do that actually. So if anyone who wants to join the Discord channel, do join the Discord channel because at least I will be carrying my phone. So we can answer questions on Discord. Hope that we can get some team leaks. Hope Darwin starts. I hope so too as well. Because if Darwin doesn't start, I honestly don't know who to transfer him out to. I want to do it to Solanke, but it probably makes no sense for me to go and buy Solanke. especially with his uncertainty at the moment. So I'm hoping we get some news that Darwin starts. Jesus is back, so I won't go for Havertz or Trossard. Rotation risk. Well, oh, okay. Long term, yes, rotation risk. That's true. That's true. Thanks, bro. Have a good game week all. Yes, good everyone as well. Wish you all a good game week as well. What's the games we have today as well? Do we have any good games today? A lot of Liverpool Forest was a lot. So many games at 2 o'clock. Hopefully, we do get some leaks on Liverpool. We should technically get from Liverpool and even Spurs. You will potentially get leaks. Other teams very unlikely to get leaks, but we'll see. So yeah, any other final questions? Let me know. Have a good week, John. Yes. Is everyone okay at the moment with your teams? Do join the Discord. If you join the Discord, I will be able to. You will be set into the welcome channel, and from there, I can just give you access to the rest of the Discord as well, and we'll have a FPL chat on there as well, just before the deadline. If anyone wants to ask anything. I think that's basically it. I don't really have anything else, unless anyone else has any questions. Ryan, what's the goal for the season? I'm ranked very similarly to you. I'm wondering if top 100k is possible. Oh, top 100k is definitely possible. Yes, it's possible. This time last season, this is game week 27, right? I think game week 22 or 23, I was 1.4 million and I ended the season at 80k. The top 100k at this point where we both of us are at is definitely possible. For me, the goal is also top 100k this season. It's possible. Not too far, right? Like, let me bring up live FPL. How far is it off? Only 50 points off. That is doable. 50 points in 12 game weeks. Sorry, 11 game weeks. Yeah, 12 game weeks. Definitely doable. All right, cool. I think we'll end it there. I have to play a blinder from here on out. Kinda. You have to make smart decisions, but you have to also be willing to take a few risks. My main aim is to chase down this mini league. This is a tough one, man. It's so tough. This guy the leader had Emerson's 12-pointer. I cut the lead down to like 74 points and he got Emerson's 12-pointer and then he went back to 84-point lead. So this is what I'm chasing at the moment. This league. Because last season, I've won this league for now 2 seasons in a row. So I'm supposed to be defending my title, but not easy this season. So we'll see. Cool. I think we'll end it here. And we'll answer some last minute questions on the Discord. So do make sure to join the Discord as well for anyone who is live. And if I can go live again before the deadline, I will. But I can't guarantee it. But yeah, that's basically it. I will see you all. Which league is that? This is my friend's work league. my friend's work league. So if you know Roy and Rushant, they're both on the Football Chatbox panel as well. You would have seen them as well on the video, on the podcast videos. So yeah. I didn't receive any league code. Okay, that's because it's my friend's work league. That's why. Just trying, great stream as always. Go on, champ. Thank you. Now, unfortunately, we can't make like a trophy like this and send over because it could get damaged during shipping and everything. But maybe we start like once we pass 1,000 subscribers, I think we can probably look into something. But that's later. That's the thing. All right, we'll end it there. Oh, James, welcome, James. Do you have any questions before we go, James? I'll be first in that league. Fair enough. Do you have any questions, James? Before we go? And good morning to you as well. Song in? What? Song in? Oh, sun in. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. For who? For who? For Huming? For He-chan? Or who are you bringing him in for? But yes, if you want to bring him in, yeah. Not against it at all. All right. Cool. Think that would be it. Also, thank you to everyone who's joined the stream. Shout out to James, Ronk, SJ, Manan, John, Shubharan, Venkat, Ian, Q. Good luck with your wildcard. Ivaner as well. Simonel, good luck as well. Who else? Everyone else as well. Anyone who was here. Good luck to you all as well. Sorry, only just woke up. No, don't worry about it. I think it's very early in the UK, if I'm not mistaken as well. So don't worry about it. If you do have any questions though, James, you can message me either on Twitter or you could join the Discord as well. I'll plug it there. We will be, unfortunately, I won't be live near the deadline stream, but I can answer some questions on Discord if you wanted to. But yeah, you could also message me and I'll feel free to answer any questions that you guys message me as well. How's the team looking like before I go, James? How is the team looking like? Let me know. I can bring up your team if you want me to. Before we go. How many managers do we have total? We have 188 managers. Damn. And the cup starts in gameweek 31. Be ready, people. Football Chatbox Cup. Cool. I think that's basically it, unless we have anything else. If not, I will end it here. Do join the Discord, people. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to send it to me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll have a look there as well. But thank you all for joining me. I will see you all on Tuesday for team selection stream. And are there any people who are wildcarding in Game Week 28? If so, let me know as well. I think I'll look to create a Game Week 28 wildcard draft. probably Monday because we have the Arsenal game, right? Shouldn't affect too much. So probably Monday, game week 28 wildcard draft. I'll make that as well and probably upload on Monday. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Send any messages if you guys have later and I'll answer it. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Until then, peace out everyone.